The first two ATR 72-600 were recently handed over to Royal Air Maroc. These new generation aircraft have now been in service for a few weeks and have already proved to be a real success. A team from ATR decided to make the trip to Casablanca for one of the aircraft's first flights, to get first-hand feedback from both crew and passengers alike. Destination: Lisbon.
Being in the ATR 600, I feel extremely comfortable. It's a very smooth flight, very comfortable seats, very nice. No disturbance, no noise. I did not know that an Italian design firm designed these seats, but they're very comfortable and stylish. But anytime a company can make efforts to reduce their carbon footprint and to be more environmentally friendly is obvious, of great importance to me, and I think everyone who's flying today.
There's more legroom. I can fit all my luggage inside. No more problems. There is very little noise inside the cabin. It's great, very comfortable too. Comfort combined with improved ergonomics. It's really very convenient. This is my first flight, and it's just perfect. Although I'm very tall, I've had no problems. There's plenty of room. It's excellent. I'll be more than happy to travel like this again. If we get the chance, we definitely will.
Exits indicated with an exit sign, 2 at the front and 2.
I've worked on board the 737-800, the 722-200, and now the 727-600. It's so calm. You can hardly feel any descent or climb. It's wonderful. Today, I've just heard reactions like, "It's brand new, it's just perfect, so comfortable."
The avionics are a real treat. It's the latest generation. These screens here are what we call glass cockpit, which means there's a virtual display. Honestly, the 600 is a new generation aircraft which is second to none. If you take the 800, 320, even the 380, the ATR 600 is right up there. We're delighted with so much information. In a nutshell, they've made things really easy for us. It's really great.
It's a radical improvement. I mean, in terms of the cabin, which is what I'm concerned with. The main difference is there are no more problems with carry-on luggage. Why? Because the overhead bins are more spacious. I've 35 years experience. I worked for 33 years on Boeings, jumbo jets, long-haul aircraft. I've also worked on medium-haul planes. The job is the same, but you can't help taking even more pride in your work when the airplane looks this good.
I've been in this job for 13 years and on the ATR for almost 7 years. And I can say that the 600 represents quite a significant change. I honestly didn't expect this level of innovation. The difference is considerable. I noticed the difference the first time I flew this aircraft. You even notice it with the passengers. When they leave the aircraft, you can tell they're a lot happier than they were before. For airlines that operate ATRs, I think there's a niche to exploit. They should point out they're using more eco-friendly planes, because this is a concern for a lot of people today.
I was on one of these 8 weeks ago, but the older type, and I noticed getting on this plane that the overhead luggage bins are bigger. The seats are fine, there's enough legroom, the plane is quiet, even if you're between the engines it's not that bad. So it's fairly quiet.
I travel a lot, often with Royal Air Maroc and other airlines. I cover sub-Saharan Africa, Algeria to Equatorial Guinea, via Ghana, Gambia and so on. First of all, when I stowed my briefcase in the overhead compartment, I was pleasantly surprised. In terms of quality and level of noise in the cabin, there's no inconvenience. I haven't experienced the landing yet, but the takeoff was perfect. The only thing I would say is a little communication wouldn't go amiss for people unfamiliar with this type of plane and feeling uneasy with propeller-driven aircraft.
When we arrived and saw the propellers, I wondered if it would be a little noisy. I wondered whether the airplane would be cramped. But not at all. You completely forget the size of the plane. You actually feel more like you are in a Boeing. The seats are extremely comfortable. We noticed they were less bulky, and my husband and I said that despite being less substantial, they are just as comfortable. And that's definitely a bonus, yes.
I often travel on business to Morocco, and I always have my briefcase with me. In other small aircraft, they used to stow it at the back. Here, when I got on board, I kept it with me and I had no problems fitting it in. I can see a lot of differences, new features, and I do think it's an improvement. Not revolutionary, but definitely an improvement. A real step in the right direction. Yes, ATRs are great.
Both passengers and crew are unanimous. The ATR 72-600 keeps all its promises. Thanks to this aircraft, Royal Air Maroc can now offer its passengers comfort, quality, and the pleasure of traveling on board a new generation aircraft.
I hope you had a pleasant flight and that you really enjoyed the ATR 600 experience.